Welcome to another video, ladies and gentlemen. This is one of these videos that you have to make sure that you share with your friends, your family, and all your loved ones. This is exactly the situation I was talking about during the incident with the infamous brick lady. Remember the one that showed up with a face like this big, right? Looking like something from E.T. or Predator movie? Talking about some guy went upside her head with a brick, disappeared into a car, right? Nobody there saw anything. She ain't give no description of the guy. People are saying, well, they saw a guy earlier, but they didn't know he was a bad guy. It might have been him. Interview people. Nobody seen her get hit. The place where she came from, nobody seen her get hit, right? But that was a story. Women all over the net lost their minds. Oh, these men ain't shit. They not protecting us. Bap, 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 bap. You know what happens when you get involved in a situation that you have no idea exactly how it's going to go down? This is what happens. And if you think this is a one-off, I assure you it is not. Because we have receipts, right? Unless you out there and you got the toolie on you and you ready to use it to defend yourself if things go sideways, you cannot just jump in a situation that might be the last time you're breathing. You never know. And the law of the jungle is self-protection. You out there, you go get involved with Pookie and Ray Ray, then y'all out in the street acting a fool. Now, me or some other man is supposed to come and protect you from Pookie. And it ain't just Pookie and Ray Ray. There's Pookiana and Ray Rayetta as well, right? You remember that woman in Brooklyn that walked up on the other one and popped her in a dome? I remember that, right? So it's not even just the guys with the violence. There's the feminists that think, they're the pinnacle of power, so they can be violent too. So you never know which side is going to pop off. But you just want to walk in there and think everything's going to be all good. No. You better have the hammer on you and be ready to use it.
I can't sit in the room with him without tearing up.
46-year-old Derek Watson's loved ones say doctors rushed him into surgery Monday night after someone shot him from a car on Westlake Avenue in southwest Atlanta near the MARTA station. Family members say seconds before he lent his phone to a woman who was just assaulted.
Being the warm, kind-hearted person that Derek is, he didn't hesitate to pull out his phone to hand it to her when a car drove by and shot him in the head.
Police haven't released any footage of that car. Medics rushed Watson to Grady, where his family says doctors took him right into surgery. The bullet lodged in his brain.
My mind is kind of spinning right now to the point I probably can't return back to school right now.
His daughter Deja goes to school at Albany State. She raced back to Atlanta after she found out what happened to her dad.
I just want the suspect to be found and punished for his crimes.
So I don't even know this man's condition right now. But it's safe to say your brain is not meant to have a bullet lodged in it. N'est-ce pas? Right? It's safe to say your brain is not a place where a bullet should be lodged. So I still don't know what condition that man is going to be in. And if you think that's it, no, that's not it. I assure you, that is not it. Let me show you what's really going on out here in these streets. Because people be talking on the side of their face like, oh, these guys, they don't protect nobody. Blah, 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 blah. Let's pull some receipts. So I went off camera for a while just so you could see for yourself. Look at these different instances, right? Shot trying to break up a fight, Houston. Man shot up trying to break up a fight. This is August. This is May. So obviously not the same incident. Staten Island, completely different place. July, right? December of last year, right? This is something that happens. 2 days ago, 17-year-old popped after trying to break up a fight. This is 2 days ago. And if you think it's just the guys, I assure you, you're wrong. because some women out there, God bless them, they gonna jump out the window and try to step in if they see somebody victimized, and it's unfortunate, but it happens. This instance is the young woman that I was talking about. Okay, it says her name is Danae Wilbert. Led her life with her heart. She would give up the shirt off her back, and she was always helping people. Her mom said she was following that code when she was taken out. See? Pretty young girl. Lost her life trying to break up a fight. Right? These Pookies and Ray Rays out there, these thugs, you have no clue what they're gonna do. Especially if they feel like you stepping into a situation that you have no business getting into, and they feel like they have all the right in the world. Oh yeah, if they're armed, they're gonna pull that trigger. All you have to do is the most cursory of searches on Google or YouTube, right? Just type in "man shot while trying to break up fight." This has been, or man stabbed, because sometimes they don't only get shot, sometimes they get stabbed, right? This has been happening for ages, not only now, like, oh, it's the age of social media, so, not, no, it's been happening a long time. I've seen so many stories just here in the city, just right here in New York. You know how many instances I've heard of people trying to get into something and they end up getting stabbed? Brooklyn, Queens, the Bronx, Manhattan. Even when it's a domestic, there's something happening with the neighbors, you know what I'm saying? But of course, you're in a place where you don't really know these folk like that, but they happen to be within proximity of you, so they're quote unquote neighbors. You get involved, you never know what'll happen. Of course, if you know these people well enough and you want to decide that you're going to go out there, I would say make sure you're strapped. I am not telling nobody go put their life on the line for somebody who you know, but you see him in something and you're like, oh, I know John, let me go over there. No, John might be, a couple of dimes short of $1 at that time. You don't want to go over there not knowing what's going to happen. This is not, like South Korea or what's the other one? The UK. 9 times out of 10, people try to sell you. They got a hammer or screwdriver or knife. No, this is America. They got them tools. FNs, 9s, 38s, all them things. Some of these dudes got military grade weapons in their car. Especially if it's an incident where a vehicle is involved and you don't know what that person got in that vehicle. You better be ready to be John Wick. Don't go walking up there thinking everything's going to be all gravy because it's broad daylight. No, you will get popped broad daylight. We talking about Pookie, Ray Ray, Pookiana, and Ray Rayetta. They don't give a shit what time of the day it is. It's going to go down. You could be right next to the police station. You're going to get popped. These are the kind of people that we're dealing with. And once you know who you're dealing with, you have to move appropriately. All right? I'm not saying that in no instance at all, if you see somebody, you just, that ain't my business, walk off. No, the minimum is you call the police, to give them a location, a description, whatever. Yeah, you can do that. But for you to get involved, I mean, okay, if you see it's like during the summertime, the guy has on shorts and a tank top. He don't look like he's holding. Okay, maybe you're like, all right, well, let me try to tone this down. And if he, give him one thigh, make him calm down. You can't just jump in. As a man, you have to assess the danger, assess the situation in mere seconds. It's like kind of like being police, right? Although a lot of times police make the wrong choice, unfortunately, right? They be assessing danger that's not even there. They be clapping niggas that's unarmed. Come on, it's not cool. But okay, same situation. You have to assess that danger. You don't just jump out the window and try to be a hero. When I was in college, right, early to mid 2000s, I did an EMT certification course, right? It was, I liked the class. I actually loved that class. My instructor's name was Guy. You know what he used to say? He used to say the best heroes are sandwiches. He said, as an EMT or just in your daily life, don't ever approach a situation chest out without assessing it. Even if you see somebody in imminent danger, it, you see somebody on fire, if you called or caught in a situation where things are just moving at the same time, yes, your mind has to move a mile a minute. You have to be thinking on your feet. But the last thing you want to do is just jump in there and try to take action, and then you yourself end up being a casualty. What good does that do? Now the person you want to help can't get help, and now you hurt on top of that. If you and the person that you're trying to help both got knocked out, who's gonna call the ambulance? You think Pookie gonna do it? He gonna leave you leaking right on the pavement and peel off. Worst of the situations where you try to help this woman, you grab this guy, you yoke him up, probably you got some weight on him or some height on him, and then she turn and try to assault you because you trying to help her. Seen it happen too. And these situations that I just showed you, these are the ones that you want to avoid. As I said, it's all over the internet. You can go back years if you do a deep dive, a deep search of instances where people have gotten seriously hurt and taken out trying to help somebody. And I know it's hard to say, but you have to preserve your own self, right? It's not necessarily being selfish, but especially if you're a family man, your kids knowing that you went out there and tried to help somebody, how is that supposed to assist them in their life? You can't be there for them. You can't do nothing for them. You're gone. Do you think the city is going to be like, oh, he died protecting this one. Let's take care of his family. You think that's going to happen? Not in a million years. They're going to have to struggle and go through it without you. Anyways, I hope this message touches everybody out there that gets a chance to watch it. It's not that men want to be cold and not help people, but this is the kind of degenerate society that we currently live in. And you have to walk accordingly. You see something going down, pick up your phone, such and such is going down. Because listen, as long as you ain't gang, you ain't part of it, it's not snitching. You just be like, hey, somebody needs assistance over here, quick. You do what you gotta do. That's how you help. You want to get involved, you better be ready. Anything can happen. Just keep that in mind. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, obviously hit that subscribe button, hit the all notifications bell for anytime I drop a video like this. Like the video for the YouTube algorithm. I would appreciate that. One of the ways to help the channel grow. And of course, share it with everybody you know. Until next time, I'm out. Peace.